Okay, so we are at the Walmart in Kingsland, Georgia. Going to do a little bit of yarn browsing. So what I really came here for was to look at the mandalas, but we saw some pretty Caron Simply Soft, so we went ahead and checked that out real briefly. And the prices here ranged on the Caron Simply Soft, you know, $4 to $6 for one of them for some reason. And then right here we have the Mendala Hombre. This one was really pretty. I really thought that this was kind of a soft yarn for what it is. The color was Harmony. Yardage wise and everything in these is 344 yards, 315 meters. And this particular yarn was $5.97. So for that, a little bit steep to me. For some reason, this next one is $5.88 here. The color was called Happy, same yardage and everything. I really thought that it was a really cute yarn as well. And then right over here beside it, I found this little beauty, which was another Mendala Hombre, same yardage and everything. This is a size 4 yarn, by the way. And this color was called Tranquil. There's two of them side by side, and they're really pretty together and everything. I did really enjoy seeing these in person. I haven't seen them before. This section was kind of like a mess here, so it was a little bit interesting trying to dig around. I was actually searching for a certain color yarn, which they only had one ball of. So we went on through looking, and I was like, ooh, this is so pretty. Ooh, I really like this. Ooh, how about this one over here? We went on down, and then I spotted the Ferris Wheel. Ferris Wheel was $3.47 a cake here, and I really liked that. But then I grabbed up this Mandala Sparkle, and I was like, ooh, this is so pretty. So on the Mandala Sparkle, it's actually really soft. I don't know how well the sparkle is showing, but hopefully you can see that and get the idea of it. It's got a light sparkle to it, nothing overbearing. There's some more of the Mendala Hombre shoved up in there. If you can kind of see back in that shelf, I mean, it's just scattered, no real organization. So it was a little hard to find what I was looking for in this one. Hopefully y'all can see those labels pretty good. Now we're over here at the Ferris Wheel. I was like, ooh, when I saw this one because I love this color. This one was called Vintage Carousel. So it was a super pretty yarn. I believe it's size 4. Medium weight is what it was listed as. I've never used Ferris Wheel. I want to, but found another one. This is another Ferris Wheel color. It was really pretty. It was called Wild Violets. I really like this one as well. I was digging around seeing if I could find another ball of that. Of course, they didn't have it. And they didn't have like what I was looking for in the first place. Here's another Ferris Wheel. This one was called Imaginary Garden. It was really pretty in person. Hopefully the colors are showing on camera for you guys. They had a mixed selection, and not a lot of anything was the main thing I noticed here at the store. And then we have this one. This is one of the Mandala Originals. This is just regular old Mandala. It's a size 3 versus the other ones that seem to be more weighted as a 4. Some of them 3, some of them 4 in the new rollouts that they've had. This color was called Warlock. I really like this color. It's earthy tones, but then it's got a hint of the little bit brighter tones that I like as well. So I really like that. I was digging on through in the back trying to find more, and I came across this just random comfy cotton blend. So that yarn was just in there. That was the only ball. I ended up looking at the color. It was poppy. I thought it would just be red. Here's another Ferris Wheel I found. This one was called Cotton Candy. I thought it was super cute. I had the label upside down, so of course I was like, whoopsie. And so here's some little bit of bad camera work. And then I'll pop in with another Mandala. This is one of the originals. I actually have this one here. It's called Genie for the color. So this one is definitely a size 3. It's really nice yarn. I do really like it. Transitions are very, very long on the Mandala. So I enjoy that when I'm making a project. And then I came across this one. This was one of the Mandala Babies. So quick little flash of the yardage there. Sorry about my bad camera work. But this is extremely soft. It's really soft and squishy yarn. That one was called Echo Canyons, or Echo Caves, I believe is what the color was. We'll get this right. And then I was squishing around in the back and found some more of the Mandala Sparkle. That was really pretty as well. I really like this one. These are just really very, very nice yarns, I think. If you're looking for some Mandalas, Walmart's where I always find mine. Different Walmarts, different selections. So, I mean, it's just one of those things that's hit and miss. I dug around and dug around in the back there looking for some more and some other ones, but kept finding basically just the few same color choices that they had. So that wasn't so fun about this trip. And then we go ahead and we dig around a little bit more. Here's a little bit more of that imaginary garden. That's a really pretty color. I could really see some shawls and some tops with that. Same thing with this, that I kept going back to that one. I just really, really loved it. It was by far my favorite. The ombres are okay to me. Like, I won't personally be buying any of them, I think. I haven't seen a color that I'm, can't live without so far. But I know a lot of people really love those. So they're there. The Ferris wheel was the cheapest or, best price to me. It was $3.47 a ball. The mandalas, they run anywhere from $4.97 to the $5.88. The original mandalas are definitely the $4.97. I think some of the other new ones that they've come out, that's where we're getting into $5.88 range. It was hard to tell some of the prices here because of the way it was disorganized. Here's another original mandala. I came across this one. I have this color here as well. It's a really pretty color that I love it. I'm going to make a scarf with mine. And they say with those you can make a scarf. Here's another one of the comfy cotton blends that I ran across. It was just kind of hanging out there. It was color, I believe, was cream. I'm trying to show the labels, but I was also being stalked by the Walmart staff who thought I was doing something wrong. So they kept circling me, which was making me even more feel more awkward and out of place trying to do this. It was weird. Over here we have the Mandala Sparkle. This color was really pretty. They did have a lot of these up there. So this one was Draco, I guess was the way to say that. I'm not really sure. I'm not great at pronouncing things, but they had a lot of them up there. It would make a really pretty baby blanket. As far as I could tell, the price on those was $4.97 per little cake, but don't quote me on that. I would definitely check at your Walmart before you order. This one right here was my absolute favorite. This one is a color called Navo, I believe is how you say that. They had several of those up there as well. And then, of course, I ran across another one of these little babies. This is the Mandala baby yarn. It was sitting up there. It's the Echo Caves. Again, it looks different than the other one I showed just because of the way the colors are working out, the way it was wound up, I guess. Then, of course, I ran across another one of the Warlocks. That was the original Mandala. That was really cute. So then I go ahead and move on to the Red Heart. This is Red Heart with Love, so it is softer than your original Red Heart Super Saver. This color was obviously called purple, but this was the Red Heart with Love with the sparkle in it. So it was 200 yards for these, and most of the Red Heart is the size 4, medium weight or worsted weight, just depending. So, or I'm sorry, it was the Red Heart Metallic, Red Heart with Love Metallic. And this one was another really pretty color. I think you can kind of see how it's sparkling a little bit there in the camera. And here's some more back camera work. And then we pull down the next one. It's olive, same yardage, 200 yards. I did like this color a lot as well. They had several more colors of it that I'm going to show. This one right here was really pretty as well. So again, it's Red Heart with Love Metallic. And then this one was one of my favorites. This is Rose, I believe was the color. And we're going to flip it around. Yep, it's Rose. Here's Lime. This one was Lime. It's a lime green, obviously. Sparkle is just a little bit in there. I do like that. Or the Metallic is just a little bit in there. So this one was my favorite. It was a gray color. I think the color was called Charcoal. And it was really pretty as well. So I enjoyed looking at that one. And then, of course, you have the red. It was very bright. This would make a really pretty holiday sweater if you're doing any holiday parties or anything like that coming up. And then the black was really pretty. It has just that little hint of metallic in it. It is almost like a black on black. So it was really subtle, and I like that about that yarn. So then I found the white, and now the, if it shows in the camera, it's kind of almost like a opalescent metallic that's running through. It's not a white metallic. It's got kind of like a greenish, purplish, bluish hue, just depending on how the light hits it. I thought that was really pretty. Then up here, I found some Red Heart Super Saver. It doesn't say that it stripes, but obviously it's a variegated yarn. So this one had 256 yards, I believe, in it. And the color was called Fall. It was really pretty, but it was also $5.97 for the ball, I believe. So that's kind of pricey to me. So, thought it was gorgeous, would make a really pretty sweater or scarf, but, you know, not in my price range. So then I found my favorite. This is Red Heart. These are the ombres. I really do like these colors that they came out with, the ombres. I have several of them. It's got higher end on the yardage. And of course, this one right here was called Deep Teal. So I really loved this color. I was like, ooh, this is one that I don't have. I do have a lot of the other colors, but not this particular one. So I was eyeballing that a little bit. And then I found another one up on the top shelf that I was barely able to reach. So pulled that thing down and took a look at it. So if you can see there, I think it's 482 yards, something like that, 492 yards. And this one was called... it was a blue. I flashed too quick. Sorry about that, guys. Next time I go yarn shopping, I'll do a little bit better about that. Especially if I end up having to do a voiceover because of the music and noise and all that. Because it's hard to tell you guys about this stuff when you're not standing there. So right here is one of the other purple colors. I really like this one. I believe this one's the violets. But we'll flash around to that part of the label in just a moment and we'll verify. And nope, it's just purple. So it is just plain old purple. And then we have this one right here. This one I have here at home. It's a really pretty color. It's like a minty green color in person. And it's called Spearmint, and I would agree with that color if you think about the color spearmint or gum. That's what it is. This one I know the color because I have this one. It's called Scuba. It's a really pretty color too. And for almost 500 yards in a ball, I mean, that's really good. Now, price-wise, these are, you know, if you look up there at the tag and everything as I show that, they are a little on the pricier side. You're paying almost $6 a ball for these, but it is kind of worth it. It's like some of these tags were wrong. So some of them are saying that they're $5.44. I don't know. You know, I would have to take it up to the register and price check it. Some of them are coming up like with the tags $5.44. Other ones said $5.97. I don't really know the difference. So this one right here was the one I was thinking of. This is the violets color or violet color. And then I really love these grays. This is charcoal, I believe. And if you take a look, it's like 482 on the yards, I believe. So I really like this one too. No, of course it's something I can't pronounce. So we're going to go with that was charcoal. And here's the corals. I really love that, of course. This is one of my favorite colors. I've had it too. It's technically called Sea Coral. The ombre is really, really good on those. So now we're going to go ahead and take a little look about what's on the shelf and see what else I can show you guys. I was kind of eyeballing those ferrules, but I grabbed up this because I saw a really pretty blanket done in plain pooling with the neons, and I mean, it was just gorgeous. This is the Red Heart Super Saver Fair Isles collection. They only had 2 of the colors here. They're really pretty. This one was called, can't see it. I think it was Candy Fair Isle. That's what it was. It was Candy Fair Isle. And then this one right here that I'm about to grab was the Parrot Fair Isle. So not a lot of yardage in these though. That was my one complaint. Just a little over 200 yards. So not crazy about that yardage, but really, really pretty yarn. So now we're going to walk on down. I'm going to take a look at some of the other ones. This is the Premier Puzzle yarn. Everybody's been talking about this. I've worked with it before. It's pretty good. It's a bulky weight yarn. I do like this color. This is one that I've worked with and made a hat with it. So we're going to take a look. Obviously, 100% acrylic, just like with all those others other than the Comfy Cotton. 328 yards, size 5 bulky. Most of the yarn here at Walmart is going to be on the just plain old 100% acrylic side. You don't get a lot of variety on that sort of thing, fibers and all. That's more of a let's go to Hobby Lobby type situation. So we're just browsing over. Yarn lady stalking me in the background, the one that runs this section. She's getting all weird. So I went back over to double check some of the prices because I was thinking about getting some of these. And then I was like, well, you know, I'll just wait. I really need to get rid of some more yarn because I'm completely out of room. And then I grabbed up that Ferris wheel again. I really love that antique carousel color, and $347. Super tempting price. So went back over, looked at some more prices, kept getting stalked, you know. The $588 for the ombre ones, the Mendala Hombres, that's just, I don't know. I mean, it's okay on the yards, but that's just a lot. I need a 40% off coupon. That's how I feel. So just to kind of show you guys, especially other parts of the country or people that aren't in the United States, I just wanted to show y'all some of these prices and all and what you're getting, what our selection's like here in the Florida, Georgia area. I'm going to do some shopping in Florida too to show you guys, since I do go to Florida every day during the week anyway. I'm going to show that to you guys. $347 for the Red Heart with Love metallic. That's a pretty good price to me. I would buy that if I was going to do something that I wanted some metallic in. But I've got a lot of some other stuff with metallic that I got to use up first. And we're back over here. It's the stripes, the Red Heart Super Saver stripes. I've got a couple of different colors of these. They didn't have any of the colors that I have here. And then I just wanted to show some regular old Red Heart Super Saver, because I know some of you guys don't know about this yarn. You don't have it in your countries. So here's a good look at it. Over 300 yards, almost 400, I believe. And this one was called Saffron. It's not the softest yarn, but it washes up and becomes really soft. So I don't really consider it to be super scratchy or anything, but you can definitely tell it's an acrylic yarn when you're working with it. Sometimes if you're doing real tight stitches, you can hear it kind of squeak. So now we're looking on down, and I'm like, Yarn Lady's still stalking me. And then I come on down here. I wanted to show this. This is Walmart's brand. It's Mainstays Yarn, and it's $1.97 for a ball of it. So for it being $1.97, it's super comparable to Red Heart. It's got really good yardage, almost 400 yards. It's got more yards than what the Red Heart Super Saver does, if I remember right. It is a nice yarn. I really like this color. It was really pretty in person. 397 yards. So, I mean, that's a lot of yardage. It's a size 4, medium weight. This particular color, I believe, is royal blue, but yep, royal blue. Trying to look at the label with you guys while I'm talking to you. And it's 100% acrylic. And what I was looking for was, where's this thing made? The Mainstay, that particular one, was made in India. They're all going to be a little bit different. I've seen some made in Turkey, and then I've seen some made somewhere else. I don't remember exactly where. So it was pretty soft, all things considered. And then I spotted this Lion brand down here. This is something I've been hearing about a lot. It's really pretty color and is really soft, but it's only like 64 yards. And that was like a for me. It was a size 5 or size 6 bulky. I'm going to look real quick. Yep, size 6 bulky. So it's only like 64 yards. And I believe it's the Homeland USA is what that one was. So I wasn't crazy about that yardage. I just can't do it. Then I found this Premier Serenity. You know, it was in the wrong section. It's actually almost $6 a ball. So I found it on down. The Homeland stuff that I just picked up, that was like $2.97 a ball. So yeah, so $5.97 for the Premier, and it's a size 5 bulky. It is soft. That's one thing I can say is Premier Serenity yarn is soft. And I mean, you feel like you're getting a lot because of the size of that ball. And then the puzzle yarn. This one was called Domino. Don't really know why they do that, but it's 328 yards. Size 5 bulky, and to me, it doesn't remind me of a domino at all. So I don't know why they call it that. Then I found this, and I was like, oh, hello, gorgeous is right. This is not very soft. I felt like the dye on this or something was the problem, maybe. I felt like it feels not as soft as even Red Heart Super Saver, if that makes any sense. But they had 3 colors of it here. Really, really pretty stuff. I liked it. A little over 200 yards. So, on that. But it's $3.97 a ball. And it is gorgeous. I mean, that's the one thing I can give them, is it is a gorgeous yarn. So, that color was called Atlantis. I will hopefully pick up the other colors again. I don't know if I do. I can't remember. Oh, and then I wanted to show y'all the Super Saver, Red Heart Super Saver Jumbos. So right there, you're getting over 700 yards. And the price on those is hovering right around $6, $6.44 for that one in particular. So pretty good yardage, okay price. I mean, I would prefer it to be cheaper. This one right here was one of the variegated colors that they had. And I did like that one a lot, but it's a little less yardage on the variegated. Still the same price, $6.44. So that's not bad. So, I mean, at least there's that. And then I looked on down. Here's the Brunette Blanket. I've never used that. I'm not real crazy about that. Just kind of not my style, but it definitely would make a really nice baby blanket. And then I spotted these baby yarns down here. So they were running about $5.48, $6.48, depending on which one I was grabbing up. This one right here is $6.48. It's Brunette. And these are all size 3. So that's the good thing about them, is they're size 3. So if you're wanting something small, you can get these in non-variegated colors to make garments from. So that's why I kind of tend to gravitate towards the baby yarns. That's just my particular preference. It's a baby sport weight, and that's why it's a thin 3. I would probably even lean on the side of it's more like a 2 weight, but that's just me. So for $6.48, you're getting a lot of yards. It's over 800 yards, I believe, in these. So, I mean, that's a lot of yardage, but you can do something pretty good with that. A few of those and you have a top easily, even a long sleeve top. So, and that's even in the plus size, honestly. So we looked on down, we scoured around, and then I spotted this stuff, and I'm like, what is this? This is Mainstays brand. This is that jumbo roving yarn. It is extremely soft. I mean, I have to give them that. It's a 6 and a medium 6, and I don't really know what that means in this case because it's absolutely massive. But I guess for what it is, and of course it's 100% acrylic. The thing about it was, for me though, is the yardage. It was 60-something yards. I mean, it was crazy. Crazy low. No, wait, that was like 28 yards. I was thinking 30 yards, but it's 28 yards for that. Then I spotted the caboose. They're a little over 200 yards, like 232 yards. The pink was the prettiest to me. I did like that quite a bit. And it's called Pale Pink. Caboo is the cotton bamboo blend. I mean, it's a pretty yarn. I have to give them that. They only had 3 different colors here. White, the pale pink, and then this color right here, which was beige. Only a little over 200 yards, though. And for the price of those, being that they are $4 a piece, it says $4.87 there, it's high. And then I scanned on down. These are all the cottons. It's the peaches and cream cottons. I'm not a huge fan because I don't even feel like they soften up very much in the wash. But the bigger ones are $8.44, and you get a lot of yards, like over 1,000. So down here, the Comfy Cotton Blend, it's $6.88. They had some pretty colors in it, and I pick up a few and show you guys. And like this one right here, it's a really pretty color, but $6.88. I don't know about that. That's kind of a lot to me. You know, is it worth it? I don't know. Because when I'm making something for myself, I usually need a lot of yardage. So I spotted this one right here. It is the gray color. I think it was called charcoal or something. I'll probably show the label where you guys can see it in a second. But I really did like that one a lot. And it is okay on softness. I mean, I have to say that. Like, it's not. And this one was real pretty too. They only had those few colors, though. That was pretty much it at this Walmart. And they, of course, had the red, one red that I found, and then the cream color. And then they had those 3 kind of variegated, and that was it. And this is the entire yarn up.